What a beautiful way to begin the Prep Insiders CIF San Diego section girls soccer Open Division Championships here at Mission Bay. Welcome, pitch side Jonathan Rifkin on the call with you for a phenomenal girls championship Open Division soccer matchup. It's the 3-seed La Costa Canyon taking on the 4-seed Torrey Pines. We have a conference battle, ladies and gentlemen, brewing here in the championship. In the Open Division, La Costa Canyon, well, they downed Carlsbad, another NCC team, the team that finished second, and they had to beat Eastlake, the number 2 seed, to get here today. Torrey Pines, they had to beat Academy of Our Lady of Peace and the top-seeded Cathedral Catholic Dons, a team that won on the boys' side earlier tonight after beating San Pasqual. Torrey Pines lost both the regular season matchups to La Costa Canyon. They lost 3-0 and 1-0 in those two matchups. However, they did finish first in the NCC. Torrey Pines' only 2 conference losses came to this Mavericks team, and now they have to go through them here in round number 3 to try and claim the Open Division Championship. La Costa Canyon tonight, as announced, head coach Ryan Morrissey in his second season, played 2 years at Concordia University, Portland, a program in La Costa Canyon that didn't see a winning season from 2014 until 2018 when he took over. They went 12-2-4 this season, 6-2-3 in league. That was good for third in the NCC behind Carlsbad and Torrey Pines. But La Costa Canyon, with the Torrey Pines wins, was awarded the 3 seed. Torrey Pines the 4 seed. Carlsbad was the 6 seed. La Costa Canyon beat them in the opening round. Torrey Pines taking on LCC. LCC wearing their green jerseys, white numbers and letters out on front with the Mavericks emblem on the upper right part of the shirt. Home whites for Torrey Pines, rather road whites for Torrey Pines. Red letters and numbers on the front and back. Each and every broadcast is brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. Mission Fed Credit is a proud partner of the CIF San Diego section. They are also San Diego's largest member-owned non-for-profit full-service financial institution, exclusively serving San Diego County. Banking on Mission Fed means doing good for San Diego by putting money back into communities through supporting and helping hundreds of local nonprofit organizations. Thank you to Mission Fed for being a sponsor of each and every Prep Insider broadcast. Well, in game 1 here of our doubleheader in the Open Division, we saw the boys matchup. San Pasqual, the Golden Eagles, really took it to the Cathedral Catholic Dons, but the Dons won in a shootout, and we'll see which NCC team here walks away on the girls' side with the championship in hand. On the near side, the La Costa Canyon fans have piled in quite nicely on the far side as the sun begins to set out behind us over the bay. The Torrey Pine fans have showed out in droves. A prime opportunity as both these teams get set to carry it on. LCC looking for their first Open Division title in quite some time. Everybody knows the name Courtney Hilliard. She led the team in goals this season, 18 in the regular season. But in the last match against Eastlake, it was Jordan LaMoreau, the center attacking mid, who scored the goal that eventually was the only goal to win the match for La Costa Canyon. What does tonight have in store for us? By the way, Tana O'Coin, you want to remember that name, number 3. She leads Torrey Pines 8 goals on the season, but they're incredibly dynamic. They pair her up front with Ella Emery. In goal for Torrey Pines will be Shayna Ross, one of the captains, Jenna Garrity in goal for La Costa Canyon. The Mavericks, the Falcons, and we are getting ready to get underway here in the Open Division Championship match. 0-0. Zeros up on the clock, and we are ready to go. The Mavericks kick us underway. They go from right to left immediately on the right touchline. It was Courtney Hilliard who took it. Looking for the right corner. Passes Aaron, tracked down by Ella Schneider here for Torrey Pines. No, she'll let it go out of play for a goal kick. Shayna Ross will get the Falcons side of things started with a goal kick here. Played in goal all season long for the Falcons and was in goal for the 4 total goals that the Falcons gave up to La Costa Canyon over the course of those 2 regular season matchups. Left touch line, a dispossession here by Ryan Cole, and she gets tied up. But ball goes out of play off of Ella Davidson, throwing for La Costa. I have a feeling the Cole family is sitting right in front of me. So I'll have to make sure that it's nothing but positive energy as the ball finds the right wing. I love the Mav signs going up. Avery Nicholas loses it in the corner. And that will be a Torrey Pines ball here in the penalty box in the defensive third. La Costa Canyon playing a more possession-based attack. Torrey Pines looking to get up on you early, but they have yet to really muster up any continuity here in the first minute 20. On the goal kick, ball comes away to Gailey here for La Costa Canyon. Down in the attacking third. Little tip pass, looking for Layla Houston, but she's dispossessed. Ball down the left touch line into the defensive third. Now at midfield, here comes Dihan, the phenomenal defenseman. Turns it over. Now Torrey Pines on the counter. Down the left touch line. It's Ella Emery looking into the middle, but Garrity coming out of goal is there to stifle the grab and get the stop here. 0-0 our score. 2 minutes in here to the opening half. Open Division Girls Championship, number 3 seed versus the number 4 seed. It's the second of our 4 championship matchups this week, and we'll have the Division 2 matchups at Eastlake tomorrow. Valhalla taking on Westview in the girls. Valhalla taking on San Diego in the boys. Throwing here at midfield. That's Carly Berry for Torrey Pines. She finds Emery. Emery gets dispossessed down the left touch line. It's taken back here by Torrey Pines in the defensive third. Paige Wilson, check that. That's actually Carly Reeves getting it. Goes to her goalkeeper, Ross. Ross, through pass down the left side. Finds Gabriella Grust, who's able just to quickly get rid of it before being dispossessed by Avery Nicholas out in midfield. Ball goes out of play down the right touch line. It's off of Torrey Pines. 0-0 our score, 2:43 into the opening half. Torrey Pines gets the turnover here on the throw-in. Gunned up to Ella Emery. She's dispossessed. A clear out here into the defensive third. Making a chase for it is Lucy Martin, and she'll be fought off, but a whistle is blown. Good defense here for Torrey Pines and Carly Reeves. It'll be a foul here on the Mavs. That NCC conference, just as competitive as any other league here in San Diego. The Palomar really giving the NCC a run for their money, but it really is the 2 NCC teams that find themselves here in the Open Division Championship. Of course, Carlsbad did make a representation, lost in the opener to La Costa Canyon. All right, free kick here in the defensive third for Torrey Pines. It's taken by Reeves. Out at midfield, headed here by La Costa. Through the legs to Martin. Clear out, though, comes for Torrey Pines. Looking for a counter. Defense is waiting for it. Dihan is there. But a bounce and a through ball into the penalty box. But Garrity able to dig under it and ground it up before any damage is done by the Torrey Pines attack. 4 minutes into the half, no score. Between 2 rivals here at Mission Bay for the championship. Down the left touch line, here comes Caitlin Fairley. She was rather prominent in the win against Eastlake 2 days ago. We were there on that call against the 2 seed and the heavily favorited Eastlake Titans. Ball here at midfield. It comes to Caitlin Houston. Houston dumps it off into possession of Hilliard. She gets tripped up and dispossessed. Here on the left side, it's Reeves. Turning on the net. Here comes Carly Reeves down the right touch line. Now trying to center it. Beating everybody into the box. Reeves with a shot. Garrity gets a palm on it. The ricochet comes off to the Mavs, and it's cleared out of play. Great job by Jenna Garrity, but also a valiant effort by Carly Reeves. She took it all the way from midfield, all by herself in an isolation set into the penalty box. Had a great shot on goal. And now a corner kick coming for Torrey Pines. Sun continuing to set as we get a nice multicolored hue up across the bay. Beautiful spring evening here at Mission Bay. Picture perfect for girls championship soccer. In the corner comes the cross. It's Carly Berry into the middle. A header is brought back here outside the arc. Touch pass here for Ashley Pham is cut off by Garrity, and a goal kick will come. Well, it'll actually be a throw in here for La Costa Canyon out of the goalkeeper spot. So good opportunities there for the Falcons. Garrity stifles both of them in goal. Long goal kick comes away here. A bad ricochet into the defensive third, but Layla Houston waiting, and she gets tripped up by Ella Emery. Avs with a free kick here in the mid-third. 0-0 our score, 5:45 have come and gone here in the opening half. Dehan with it down the right touchline. A through ball goes past all of her intended targets, and now a race for it in the corner. Tatum McCoy will let it just go out of play for a goal kick. Jana Ross ready to boot this one away. She has just been amongst the best in the county in goal this season. Trying to keep that consistent play up here in the championship match. She boots it away down the left touchline. Torrey Pines able to maintain possession out across midfield. It's Gabriella Grust on the near side cross. She finds Tatum O'Coin. O'Coin turning on the Jets down the right touchline into the right flank. She is contested by Fairley, who forces the give up into the middle. And then ball is just booted out of play. Throw in here. Just shy of that corner mark for Torrey Pines. Box not loaded, so I would expect just a possession opportunity here. On the throw in, Ashley Pham. Heavy set throw in into the middle. Bouncing off a Mav. It's tracked down by Torrey Pines. Carly Berry on it. Little through pass up the middle to Carolina Nelson. Tries to force it to O'Coin up the middle, but she's dispossessed. Gets it back across the arc. She goes for a shot on goal, but a good job by Garrity to get in front of it. 4 stops for Jenna Garrity now as we hit the 8th minute mark here of half number 1 in the Girls Open Division Championship. Ella Emery loses it out at midfield. Defensive third. Now LaCosta with an opportunity. Jager gets tripped up in the defensive third. Does it draw a whistle? No. Ball on the left touchline. Cleared by Fairley. Now Jaeger, the daughter of Mount Miguel basketball head coach Ryan Meyer, she lost it. Down the right touchline, O'Coin got tied up, but it's off of her. It was a clean tackle by Dehan, and now the flip, and the LaCosta fans letting the officials hear it here in the Open Division. They've been waiting 1+ years for this opportunity to tell the officials how they feel, and they will not be holding back, albeit as respectfully as possible, in the Open Division Championships. Throw in here down the left touchline. Goes off the head of Torrey's Reeves, but she can't maintain control, and a throw-in is awarded here in the attacking third to LaCosta Canyon. Caitlin Fairley ready to throw this one in on the near side. Plenty of pitch out in front of her in the left wing. Ball thrown in, headed around, back to Fairley on the near left flank. Try to cross it into the middle, but it goes errant. Cleared out by Reeves for Torrey Pines. Back at midfield. Dehan gets a foot on it, but it goes all the way up. A through pass to O'Coin. A foot race. Annie Dehan, though, will beat her to it, and Garrity comes out of goal in a high-risk, high-reward opportunity to boot it away here for the Mavs. Back down the left touchline. Now Torrey Pines tries to get control, but it's going to go off of the Mavs prior, and Carly Berry will throw it in the midfield down the right touchline. In a couple of moments, we'll be joined by a special guest. Actually, we can be joined right now. It's up to him. I heard that he gets stage fright, though, so I don't want to put him on the spot too much. And just like that, there goes my broadcasting opportunities. We want to welcome Assistant Commissioner Todd Casson to the broadcast. Assistant Commissioner, it's a pleasure to have you on.
How we doing, Jonathan?
I'm doing great. Let me switch this up. All right, you hear me now.
Gotcha. How we doing, Jonathan?
Oh, we're doing fun. It is a beautiful evening in Mission Bay, and we have Open Division Championship Soccer. Can't get much better than this.
I can't tell you. There's not a better place to be in San Diego County right now than at Mission Bay High School watching the girls' Open Division final. We got to see the boys' Open Division final just a little bit ago, and what a great game that was, showcasing 2 great schools and 2 great programs. We're
going to get through ambiguous question about logistics this year with the COVID scenario going on. But before
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was a regular year, right? But very quickly, we're balancing radio and an interview here, so we're going to have to get back to the action momentarily. Down the right touchline. An opportunity for Avery Nicholas is broken up. She gets it back at midfield for the Mavs, dumps it off to Layla Houston out in the middle. She was dispossessed. Yeager was able to get to it. And now on the near side, here comes LaCosta. Caitlin Fairley with some space on the through pass, though it's broken up by Reeves. All right, so Assistant Commissioner Casson, this is your first year in the role. Could you have imagined a more hectic time to have taken the reins as Assistant Commissioner and tried to figure all this out?
I guess I should have, because we were in the middle of the pandemic when I signed my contract. So I should have seen it coming, Jonathan. But I tell you what, you get working with a great team we have at CIF. Commissioner Joe Hines is amazing, and the team that's around him is right there and top notch. So we couldn't have asked for a better team to handle just all the differences and changes. And I could say our athletic directors throughout this county are just phenomenal.
Someone who works for those athletic directors directly also, I can attest to that comment for sure. The CIF staff, I'll leave to you. No, I'm kidding. You guys are phenomenal out there in the office. A turnover in the attacking third by the Mavs allows a free kick here in the defensive third for Torrey Pines. 0-0 as we hit the 11:30 mark in the first half. Girls Open Division Championship brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. Assistant Commissioner Todd Casson joining us now as the free kick goes into the mid-third, headered and out of play off of Torrey Pines. So thrown here in the mid-third for La Costa Canyon. How good did it feel to get to this point? You got through the regular season.
Yeah.
Obviously, you have insane postseason logistics, unlike any other year. But there has to be a feeling of relief to get to this point.
I tell you what, walking on the field here today, knowing that we were going to see 2 Open Division games, it was something, I'll be honest with you, I didn't think we were ever going to get to. To see fans, I think we have about 350 fans on both sides. Another something we weren't expecting to be able to get to. So it's really one of those things you sit back and kind of say thank you, that we're able to do this.
Absolutely.
Can't imagine these kids having to go another year without being able to play.
And that's exactly what was going to be my next question is, for the students, obviously, for the fans, this is great. But for the students to be out there, I've been through every scenario this year calling at, packed games in East County or, soulless gyms in North County. And you could feel a tangible effect it has on the athletes out there. So it's got to feel good after the year that they had to be able to be in the spotlight in front of their fans and family.
No doubt. I honestly can't imagine playing high school sports without people sitting in the stands. Your friends sitting in the stands,
right?
And to see what's still, we're still limited to 10% in our indoor capacities, and that's 10% is not a lot when you're looking at a gym. That's very few people, but hopefully that's going to open up here really soon.
13-13 in here to the first half. 0-0 our score. Throwing in the attacking third for Torrey Pines. Ashley Pham has been coined as their best thrower, lobbing it into the middle. A header comes Rye. A set opportunity, and the ball goes off of La Costa Canyon. Another corner here for Torrey Pines.
Corner kick here.
So what's your sport here, Assistant Commissioner? You seem like an eclectic guy, don't get me wrong. But, you have one opportunity to play one sport for the rest of your life. What is it?
For the rest of my life right now?
No. Okay, we'll take physics. Well, you look like you're in pretty good shape. We'll take physics.
I'm going to say golf right now. But I would say football was always my first love.
Okay.
And basketball. Basketball grabbed a hold of me as I was in middle school. And they kind of split the time for me of wanting to,
It's a great contrast. On the corner here, Torrey has the ball on the right wing. It's cleared out by Pham. Taken by La Costa. Yeager couldn't keep a handle on it. Dehan boots it a clear out of play out of the way midfield. Now a through ball. On the chase down is Gailey. She has an opportunity. She shoots. She scores.
Whoa, what a play.
Peyton Gailey in front of the Mavs fans and the assistant commissioner in the booth. 14th minute goal, and La Costa breaks the stalemate. It's 1-0. And this is not the energy you get if there were not fans in the stands.
This is exactly what you want to see at a championship event.
We are sitting on the La Costa Canyon side. The Cole family right in front of us here, and now Torrey Pines will take it at midfield. So what's the outlook for next year? So a perception is in place that we're going to have a sense of normalcy. Is that
Yeah,
echoed on your end?
and I think that's what we're working from, Jonathan. That it's going to be is back to as close to normal as possible. I still don't think we might not be to 100% capacity indoors, but we haven't seen anything that's telling us it's going to be anything other than that. So
Absolutely.
I think it's close to normal. And when we're looking at our calendars, we're looking at everything we're putting out right now. We're trying to get back to what would be a traditional year. How nice would that be?
I mean, I saw August 9th is the first day of volleyball season. I can't wait. But we got to get through soccer here first as a long ball soars well over the goal for Torrey Pines' Carly Berry. Well, Commissioner, I will let you get back to the action. It was a pleasure having you on.
Much.
This is the first time. It feels like it's long overdue. So whenever you're in the area, you know you always have a mic with us here
Jonathan,
on the broadcast.
Thank you, my friend.
Absolutely. Appreciate all the work you and the CIF do. Assistant Commissioner Ton Casson here on the broadcast. Really appreciated him joining us here. Torrey Pines trying to counter now, going down 1-0. And over there at midfield, Torrey Pines has the ball going down the right flank. Throw in here for the Mavs. Taken by Peyton Gailey. And she's dispossessed at midfield, gets it back. So 1-0 our score, 16 minutes in here to the first half of the 40 minutes. Probably about 42. We've already had some extracurricular action. La Costa Canyon is up. They're going to make a sub. Jordan Law Moreau will come in for offense. Lucy Martin will take a seat, much to the round of applause of the Mavs fans here on the near side. They do such a great job supporting their Mavs family out there on the field. All right, free kick here. A long ball looking for Law Moreau, but out of goal comes Shayna Ross to stifle that one away. A goalie here for Torrey Pines did a great job as she sets one up down the right touchline to Barry, and Barry can't catch up to it. She's out of play. Throw in here for La Costa at midfield. It goes over Law Moreau's head and back out. Another throw in taken by Caitlin Fairley. Fairley at the attacking third on the left touchline. Looking into the middle. Hilliard can't get it over the top. Ball is cleared out by Torrey Pines. LaCoste able to get it back. In the attacking third, Law Moreau couldn't catch up to it. It's off of the Mavs in the mid-third now. Torrey Pines on the throw-in, trailing 1-0 here into the 17th minute of action. Sun now almost fully set as the floodlights illuminating the field before us. Throw in, a little box out by by Gabriella Gruss, but she couldn't get to it. Ball goes back into the defensive third for the Torrey Pines Falcons. Now a touch pass down the left touch line. Give and go here, and a dispossession just clears it out of play. Good job by Dehan and that La Costa defense. Annie and Casey Dehan teaming up defensively. The junior and the senior respectively locking it down for La Costa Canyon. Ella Marie tried to maintain possession down the far side, but she goes errant, and a throw-in will come in here for the Mavs. This is the second of our 4 championship broadcasts this weekend. Tomorrow we have boys and girls Valhalla. Congratulations, one of the few schools to make it on both sides to the championship in the Division II level. Girls play Westview, boys play San Dieguito. Very excited, 4:30 and 7:30 respectively from Eastlake for those matchups. Let's get through this one, though, because it is far from over. On the far side, Avery Nicholas gets it after the clear out, but she gives it up in the defensive third. Torrey Pines has been locking down defensively on the corners. A through ball, though, is broken up by Dehan. She's met by Kate Campbell, who just checked in. Campbell's through pass, though, is taken away. In the mid-third, the Mavs with it is Peyton Gailey looking down the right touchline. Her through pass is errant, but a really fortunate bounce comes off here to the Mavs. In the right corner, it's Courtney Hilliard. She has 17 goals to lead the Mavs on the season. Her cross is cut off, and now here comes the counter strike for the Falcons. You know they're looking for a coin down that right touchline. And how about the dribbling here by Carly Reeves to free up some space on the right flank before she's dispossessed by Fairley. Fairley breaks her ankles, goes down the left touchline. Her pass, though, is cut off. And then on the ricochet, Avery Nichols gets it back for the Mavs. A little through pass finds Reagan Yeager-Mayer. Back on the near side to Fairley. Looking for Yeager. Going back to Fairley on the left touch line. She's being chased down by O'Coin. O'Coin forces the give it back to the defensive third for Torrey Pines. Now a clear out back to Dihon at midfield. She headers it up, looking for Nicholas. Nicholas, though, is dispossessed. Look at the speed on the far side here. As a touch pass, though, goes there, looking for O'Coin. Clear out now. A fight for it between Caitlin Fairley, and she's going to win it as a whistle is blown on Torrey Pines. Too much aggression. 1-0 as we hit the 20th minute of action here. Half of our first half is gone. Or a quarter, I guess you could call it. The Mavs will get that free kick all the way back at midfield, but the ball was in the attacking third, so we have to wait for them to bring it back, and there we go. Gailey on the free kick. She was the goal scorer back in that 14th minute to give the Mavs the lead. They keep the ball on the right touch line. Yeager in the middle. Brings it back to Nicholas. Now to Dihon in the midfield. Finds her sister. Now looking down that left touch line, a little through pass to Fairley. Plenty of space. O'Coin was closing the gap. She gives it up, gets it back. Now across, looking for Law Moreau. Broken up. Hilliard tried to get in the way. Torrey Pines keeping the ball elevated. Bodies collide, and finally a whistle is called. Reagan Yeager got bodied up just outside the arch. And this will be a favorable spot for La Costa Canyon on the set piece. Just outside of that arc on the 5-foot mark outside the penalty marker. Ryan Cole. I'm going to have to turn my crowd mic if she finds a way to get this one through, because I know that we'll be met by cheers. So she's just on that left hash, about 6 or 7 yards outside the penalty area, wide of the arc. Box stacked up on her right. One green jersey to her left. She lines it up. Cole with a lob in. And a great save by Shayna Ross to get a palm on it for Torrey Pines. Great look by Cole, though. Wow. Ball goes now to the left touch line. Back into the defensive third for the Mavs. They clear it back up into the attacking third. Goes off Yeager's head. Back towards the goal line and out of play for a goal kick for Torrey Pines. 1-0, 22nd minute here, opening half. And Shayna Ross, a senior captain for the team, one of 4 captains for a very talented Torrey Pines team. Corrals the ball. Cece Egan will take a spot up front here. Give Avery Nicholas a rest as the goal kick goes up to the defensive third. A bad pass looking for Natalie Christomore. She was able to catch up to it, though, before Law Moreau did. Ball now batted around towards midfield. Torrey Pines in possession. O'Coin gets dispossessed, though, by Dihon. She clears it back into the penalty box in the defensive third. Or Ross is there as she gathers it in goal. Now throws it down that left flank. Torrey Pines keeping possession. They have really only had one counter opportunity, but perhaps one here for Coin. No, she can't get to it. A great job by Fairley just to ease this one away from her out of bounds. A throw in now at the mid-third down the left touchline for Torrey Pines. Falcons, only 2 NCC losses this season came to La Costa Canyon. And how sweet would it be in round 3 for them to get it back in the championship? But for La Costa Canyon, a team that felt should be seated behind Torrey Pines, because they finished 3rd in the NCC, is finished up above, and they're up 1-0 here against Torrey Pines in the 24th minute. On the throw-in, Yeager gets a foot on it. Ball stays the attacking third for Torrey Pines. A 50-50 comes off the body of a Mav on the far side and out of play, so it'll be a throw-in once again for the Falcons in the attacking third. Quick throw to Ella Schneider. And she's dispossessed by Deham, but she kicks it out of play. Another throw in the third on this counter-strike opportunity for Torrey Pines in the attacking third. 24-30 minute mark. The throw is made. A little cross goes wide and into the hands of the awaiting Jenna Garrity in goal. Little throw pass. La Costa Canyon trying to move quickly now. Going down the left touchline at midfield was Fairley. She brings it back to Dehan. Dehan trying to force it up the pitch is dispossessed. Good defense by Alexis Green for Torrey Pines. Fairley gets it back, gathers it. Nice little finesse move, finds Cece Egan, who tries to turn on the Jets, but runs into a wall of Carly Berry. Berry clears it out of play, but they're saying it's off of Egan, and it's Torrey Pines' ball. So Torrey Pines will throw it in. All right, throw in here for Torrey Pines at midfield. My mute. LCC on the counter, looking down the right touchline. And Torrey Pines able to just boot this away. Alexis Green looking for the attacking third, but she only gets it to Casey Dehan, who clears it away for LCC. 1-0 into the 26th minute of action here. Torrey Pines trails La Costa Canyon, an NCC foe here in the Girls Open Division Championship match. Long cross here, looking for O'Coin. She gets knocked over. Ball is cleared out by Fairley. Kicked around. Egan tries to corral it for the Mavs. O'Coin comes out of the box to give it for Torrey Pines. Looking for Green, who collides, and she's taken down. A whistle is blown. And that's too much aggression here by Courtney Hilliard, the striker playing aggressive defense. Which in the championship matches, I mean, look, you're trying to win this. There's a certain level of aggression that you'd expect with the effort that you put out. But right there, Hilliard got caught. Set piece here, a favorable opportunity for Torrey Pines. They trail 1-0. Tatum O'Coin, team captain, team leader on the set piece. And actually, she'll make way now for Carly Reeves. Carly Reeves will make the set piece here for Torrey Pines. In the 27th minute, the wall was incorrect, so the official had to fix it up. Here we go. Reeves, the floater in. Garrity has no problem handling that one. Garrity clears it out to midfield. Ball ricochets back to Torrey Pines down the right touchline. It's a little dig here. Looking for Ashlyn Pham, though her pass is off of Fairley's foot and out of play. So a throw in now in the attacking third for Torrey Pines. Down the right touchline, Carly Berry to make the throw. As we will see two Falcon subs coming in. Pham will take a seat. Ella Emery will also. On the far side, the Torrey Pine fans, you can hear them making a little bit of noise well across the pitch. Both sides, as you heard Assistant Commissioner Todd Casson earlier on the broadcast say, 350 fans on both sides. That's pretty incredible. The throw in here on Torrey Pines in the attacking third fairly gets into the way of the throw in by Carly Berry and just headers it out. So now ever closer to the penalty box. Torrey Pines with another great opportunity to throw it in. Load the box, try to elevate one and set somebody up on the cross here. Berry with a heavy windup as she throws it into the box. Looking for Davidson. Out across the arc, the ball comes off to the foot of Maddie Carlson, and she kicks it away. Out wide left of the goalpost. Jenna Garrity goes and retrieves that ball. She'll boot it away for La Costa Canyon. A Mavs team that took Eastlake 0-0 in the first half and came out with something to prove. Jordan Lamoureux scored the one and only goal in that match to move La Costa Canyon on to the championship. Little toss into Dehan. Dumps it up to Yeager, who's dispossessed. Back to Dehan in the defensive third. She tips it to Garrity. Garrity with a goal kick, clear out to the midfield. Green gets ahead on it. Chasing it down was Gabriella Gruss. She's dispossessed, trying to get it back. No, Dehan is there. So is Ryan Cole down in the corner. Cole trying to make a challenge and does a great job in the box to clear it out for La Costa Canyon. Lamoureux has it. And they clear it out to Hilliard out at midfield. Hilliard now trying to chase it down. She's dispossessed on defense by Tatum O'Coin. Out in the corner, Coin gets it back, and then she loses it to Lamoureux, who kicks it out of play. So throw in here for Torrey Pines. 1-0 our score into the 30th minute of action here. 10 minutes away from halftime. Throw into O'Coin. Trying to force it into the middle to Maddie Carlson, but the ball is cleared out by a Barry. Torrey Pines trying to corral. Lamoureux is also there, but the Falcons regain possession of the attacking third. Cross into the middle. Looking for White. White, though, can't maintain the heavy touch as it rolls into the hands of Jenna Garrity on the right side of the box. That was a great cross. Davidson and White both couldn't hold on to it. Fairly quickly met by Davidson, who forces the issue on defense. It goes off of her, though. And a midfield throw and awarded to La Costa Canyon. 1-0 into the 31st minute. La Costa Canyon scored on the 14th minute Peyton Gailey goal. And CC Egan will take a seat. As the throw-in comes at midfield, a high throw-in by Fairley goes over the head of Hilliard. Bouncing around. Reeves is there for Torrey Pines. Tracked down now by Carolina Nelson, who clears it out at midfield. Barry gets the corral back in the defensive third. Her clear out is taken, though, by Gailey. Gailey, a little touch pass down the right side to Cole. Cole with a nice through pass into the box, but it's broken up by Barry in the middle of the box. A really good opportunity for Nicholas, who just couldn't get there. Now down the right touchline. A race. Ella Davidson trying to beat Caitlin Fairley. Through pass into the middle is broken up by Dehan. The offside flag did not come in, so regardless, Courtney Hilliard has it. On the left touchline comes Hilliard in midfield, trying to beat Barry, and brings it back to her defense in Annie Dehan. Dehan gives it to her sister, Casey and Annie. Dynamic duo in defense here. And they're just waiting at midfield. There's no reason if Torrey Pines doesn't apply pressure to push. And finally, an errant through ball is corralled by Shayna Ross before Lamoureux can catch up to it in the box. 1-0 remains the score here into the 32nd minute of action in the Girls Open Division Championships. On the goal kick, it's off the body of Gabriella Grust and out of play. It'll be a midfield throw-in on the right touchline for La Costa Canyon. Dehan in the middle, looking for midfield, goes right touchline. Now Cole, the long through ball, still dribbling into the right wing, and it gets into the middle. Looking for Yeager. She's dispossessed, and then it goes off of her out of play. 33rd minute of action. Torrey Pines has had 2 really good shots on 5 total, but Jenna Garrity doing what she has made a staple this season, making it look easy in goal. On the throw-in, Stella Michalewski couldn't hold on to it, and it's a throw-in for La Costa Canyon in the middle third. Going into the attacking third, Cole with a long cross in, but Shanna Ross able to come out of goal to make the grab. Now she rolls it on the far side. Ella Schneider with it, looking into the middle, and brings it back now to defensive third. A dangerous ball is cleared by Lamoureux into the box, where Ross will once again get it for Torrey Pines. And Ross with the boot away. At midfield, ball bounces off the head of the awaiting Layla Houston, and it hit the official. So because it hit the official and La Costa was the team in possession, it'll be a free kick for them at midfield. And the Torrey Pine fans on the far side are not happy. Why would you be? The officials are there to be ghosts. They're supposed to be impartial. And when you get in the way of a dispossession for all intents and purposes, it can be frustrating for the team on defense. Courtney Hilliard out there. Actually, excuse me, that's Annie Dehan at midfield. She wins a little toss down, but gives it really right back to Torrey Pines. Down the left touchline now. Ellie Davidson. Her pass is broken up by Dehan, who tries to throw it up the middle. Fairly, though, has her pass broken up. Taken back by Annie Dehan at midfield. Picked up by Grust. Putting the moves on Grust. Dumps it off on the right wing now. Along the right touchline, across into the middle, looking for Nicholas. Nicholas trying to catch up to it, but not before Ella Davidson is there. Now Davidson turning on the Jets here for Torrey Pines out at midfield. Trying to beat Fairley. Davidson is met by Dehan, but keeps possession now on the left side. She dumps it off. Looking for O'Coin on the left wing. A clear out here for La Costa Canyon. Gives Torrey Pines back the ball at the midfield. Carly Reeves. Tap down the left touchline. Falcons maintain possession. Looking for a counter-strike opportunity in the 36th minute, trailing 1-0, but the cross goes over everybody's head and out of play behind the goal line. Goal kick here for Jenna Garrity and La Costa Canyon. In our 36th minute. So in 2 minutes, we'll head to extra time. Remember, at 38 minutes and at 78 minutes, the clock stops and we are at the mercy of the whistle on the field for when the half is over. Subs coming in here for Torrey Pines real quick. Stella Mikuwiski back in here. Costa Canyon in possession of the defensive third. Dehan dumps it on the right side to her sister. Nice little swerve move to stay in possession along the right touchline. Through pass looking for La Moreau, though, goes out of play, and Torrey Pines awarded a midfield throw in here. Throw in looking for Schneider. Goes off her body, out of play, though off of Mab. She's working quickly now, trying to force it into Michael Yuski, who had an opportunity before flying out of that defensive spot was Ryan Cole. So throw in here in the attacking third for Torrey Pines. High throw in. Ball initially is headed by Courtney Hilliard for the Mavs and then cleared out of play by Dehan. So another throw in here on the left touchline. Attacking third for Torrey Pines. 37-30 have come and gone here in the first half. 1-0. La Costa Canyon leads after the 14th minute score by Peyton Gailey. Attacking third throw in here for Torrey Pines. This is their third time playing LCC. Their only two regular season losses in conference came to La Costa Canyon. Torrey Pines finished first in the NCC, but La Costa Canyon was awarded a higher seed here in the Open Division. And now at midfield after a clear out, La Costa Canyon had it. It goes off the body of Fairley, encountered on the right side by Torrey Pines. Reeves with it on the right touchline. Now the right wing, trying to throw it into a coin, but it's broken up here nicely by the LCC defense. Now Avery Nicholas with it at midfield. Through ball down the left touchline, looking for Reagan Yeager. She loses it, but it's picked up here by Gailey. Gailey down the left side loses it. Yeager can't get to it up above the arch, and Torrey Pines with a good defensive stand there as they come away with the counter. Now at midfield, Falcons in possession. Maddie Carlson trying to force it up to Michael Yuski, but she can't, and Fairley just kicks it out of play. We're in extra time here in the first half. 1-0 our score between Torrey Pines and La Costa Canyon, the Girls Open Division Championship. On the throw-in, it goes off of Torrey Pines and Miko Yuski. So La Costa Canyon, the defensive third, will get a throw in here. Fairley looking down that left touchline. High throw goes off the head of Carolina Nelson for Torrey Pines. Ricochets off the foot of Avery Nicholas and out of play. So Torrey Pines gets a throw in here at midfield in extra time. We're going to take about an 8-minute break at timeout. Don't worry, it will be dead air. We will still be live, and I'll give you the time once the conclusion of this half happens when we will be back. So I don't want to scare you too much. Perhaps you're happy. Maybe you're tired of listening to me. I don't know. Ball finds the hands of Jenna Garrity in the goalie box as it was just an errant through ball by Torrey Pines, intended for Mikoyuski. And here in extra time, Garrity striding over to the right. Will boot this down the right touchline towards midfield. It's skied up. A backwards header comes off here to Torrey Pines. Through ball, though, is cut off on the far side by Ryan Cole. And then she brings it back to D-Hand, and the whistle blows to signal the end of the first half. One half in the books, one half to go here. La Costa Canyon 1, Torrey Pines 0 in the Girls Open Division Championship. The number 4 seed, Torrey Pines, the number 3 seed, La Costa Canyon. And we will return at 8:30. 8-3-0 for the second half of action. You're listening to the Prep Insider CIF San Diego section Girls Soccer Open Division Championship here from Mission Bay. It's 1-0 La Costa Canyon over Torrey Pines. Back in 10 minutes for the second half. Jonathan Rifkin, so happy to be on the call with you for tonight's action. Welcome back to Mission Bay High School, everybody. Home of the Buccaneers, but right now it is home to the Prep Insider CIF San Diego Section Girls Soccer Open Division Championship, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. Jonathan Rifkin on the call with you all championship season long. This is our second of a long string. We are not even through May yet, folks, and we still have a month of June to do. But what better way to kick off championship season than today's Friday phenomenal matchups? In the earlier window, you may have heard the Boys Championship Open Division, San Pasqual and Cathedral Catholic. It was the Dons that won in a shootout late. And here tonight, it's La Costa Canyon and the Mavericks up 1-0 over the Torrey Pines Falcons as we wind down halftime and get you ready for what could be the final 40 minutes of the championship. But if you're Torrey Pines, you're looking to at least force the extra 15-minute golden goal opportunity period, or even take the lead. If you're La Costa Canyon, keep forcing the issue. This team, they scored in the 14th minute, courtesy of Peyton Gailey, who broke away for a one-on-one situation in the penalty box with goalkeeper Shayna Ross. And Gailey won that matchup, finding the back left corner of the net and giving La Costa Canyon the 1-0 lead that eventually held through halftime. What a phenomenal matchup. Torrey Pines, their only two Coastal losses this season came to La Costa Canyon, 3-0 on 5-12 and 1-0 on 4-23. Here in round number 3 between these two schools on the biggest stage that you can get to in high school, an open division championship. And it's all on the line now. Torrey Pines, La Costa Canyon, the Open Division Championship continues here in the second half. Right now, Torrey Pines will get possession. La Costa Canyon started as the designated home team in half number 1. Torrey Pines under the helm of Martin Hansford out of Liverpool. Knows the game better probably than you or I. Ryan Morrissey for La Costa Canyon in his second season, and a team that didn't have a winning season for the prior 4 seasons before he took over. Torrey Pines gets us ready to go here in the second half of action. To Lily Ellingson, who had less than ample playing time in the first half, getting the start here as the left midfielder. Brings it back to the defense. Ella Schneider now. Torrey Pines playing for possession. A top potato in the backfield. Schneider keeping it in the defensive third. Only one La Costa Canyon attacker. That's Reagan Yeager out there. And ball stays in the defensive third for Torrey Pines here. 45 seconds into the second half. They're just playing keep away right now. That's not really how you score. It's a good way to get your possession time up, but you got to score goals at some point, and forcing the issue is a way to do that. Counter opportunity here, though, is broken up. No, into the box, and then just dribbling it out of play here. And actually, no, it's off of La Costa Canyon. Fairly was chasing down Ella Emery into the box and fairly dispossessed her, but the ball went out of play, and Torrey Pines will get a corner here. Waiting on Carly Berry, to stride out there to the corner. So we get the minute and a half mark here of the second half of action. Ready to go on the corner here for Torrey Pines. They had 3 in the first half, couldn't capitalize. Crosses in, it's a line drive. Ball bounces around, comes off the head of Dihon. Out now towards the attacking third. A fight comes out for it, and it's cleared away finally by La Costa Canyon. Back to the defensive third. The ball goes. Ella Schneider with it down the right touchline at midfield. Schneider putting the moves on, trying to create some space, forces it up. And the through ball into the attacking third is just headed away by Casey Dihon out of play. Torrey Pines throwing the attacking third here. 2.5 minutes into the second half of action. 42nd minute of play here. In a 1-0 ball game, La Costa Canyon leads after the 14th minute score. A quick throw in here for Torrey Pines, though, into the box. Forces Dihon to clear it. They find Yeager, who goes on the right touch line, looking for Nicholas. And Lucy Martin has her pass kicked out of play. So thrown here in midfield for La Costa Canyon. Ryan Cole to throw it in. Looking down the right touch line. She heaves it in. Finds Martin, but Martin's dispossessed here by Torrey Pines. Now at midfield, O'Coin just wrestles it away before Cole comes from behind her, and they call a foul on La Costa Canyon. And the Mavs fans ain't happy with that one, folks. Everybody's an official at these matches. But the only ones that matter are the ones out on the field. At midfield, setting it up is Carly Reeves for the free kick. Midfield, down the left touch line is where the ball's placed. 1-0, La Costa Canyon continues to lead. Nice looking ball, just wide of the arc, a header, and it's maintained by Lucy Martin, who loses it. O'Coin with it. The leading goal scorer dumps it off to Ella Emery into the corner, but Emery is dispossessed by Dehan. Good defense. Out of play, though. Throw in for Torrey Pines in the attacking third on the right flank. So a prime opportunity here for the Falcons, who have been on the attack for much of this second half in the opening 4 minutes. Long throw into the middle, looking for O'Coin, is headed out by Dehan. Now at the attacking third, now towards midfield is Yeager. Dumping it back. Nice move here by Nicholas. A high through ball into the attacking third. Is kicked out of play by Ella Davidson. Peyton Gailey was the intended striker on the through ball. So a throw in here in the attacking third comes here for the Mavericks. Sun fully set now. As the temperature has dropped, it was a lovely afternoon, turning into a pretty but chilly evening here in Mission Bay. High throw in, looking for Yeager, is kicked back out to the corner. Nicholas with a cross. Nice cross, goes off the head of Lucy Martin, but into the waiting arms of Shayna Ross in goal. That was a good-looking cross, a nice-looking header, but even better goalkeeping stop. Now a throw-in. Comes to Davidson down the right touch line. She'll get tackled at midfield. Ball goes out of play, and Davidson is not getting up now. There she is, just shaking it off. And Torrey Pines will get the free kick here in the defensive third. Looking at that right touch line, it's a 4-3-3 for La Costa Canyon. Actually, 5-3-3. So they're really trying to force the defensive issue. Now, they don't mind that Torrey Pines is having these opportunities in possession as long as they don't capitalize, and that's what's been happening so far. La Costa playing defensively on purpose because they're up 1-0 here in the second half. 46 minutes into the match, 6 minutes into the second half. A scrum breaks out from possession at the middle third, and it's kicked out of play off of Torrey Pines. The Mavs regain it. They go to Dehan in the backfield. Now Fairley along the left touch line. She faces pressure, has to get rid of it, and will get rid of it out of play. Not a smart play. You don't want to cut yourself off from the pitch. You want to make sure you have as much space to work with as possible. So when you go towards the touch line and meet a double team, try to turn around instead. Fairley turns into the out-of-bounds line right there and gives Torrey Pines a throw. And on the throw-in, though, it's a header by the Mavs. Comes back to midfield, where it's retained by Torrey Pines. And now a clear out here is maintained by Ella Schneider at midfield. A heavy bump by Lucy Martin. She completely took out Lily Ellingson from behind. And Ellingson comes up holding the cranium. I hope she's okay. That was a really tough fall. It came from behind her. It was a blind side. And they give a yellow card to Lucy Martin. Remember, no Taylor Ochoa for La Costa Canyon. She had a red card against Eastlake, so she is not in this game. She's the Wake Forest commit. So now a yellow card for Lucy Martin comes in the 47th minute of action. And she'll take a seat temporarily. Jordan Lamoureux will take her spot. All right, free kick here. Looks to be that Lily Ellingson is okay for Carly Reeves. The attacking third towards midfield on the left side. Into the middle she goes and just glides it into the hands of Jenna Garrity. That is a shot on goal, but with all those bodies in the middle, why not cross it? On the throw, and now Cole loses it down the right touchline. She's dispossessed by Gabriella Gus. Cole fights her for it. Ball finds Ellingson at midfield. Touching it back to Nelson. Back to Ellingson. She loses it, and now the Mavs with a counter opportunity, but quickly coming out of nowhere for the dispossession is Ella Emery at midfield. The Mavs, though, get it back. Lamoureux, right touchline pass goes up to Gailey. Gailey, though, loses it, and a great defensive battle is won here by Torrey Pines. Ella Schneider kicks it off the right foot of Jordan Lamoureux, and out of play, a throw-in awarded to Torrey Pines in the defensive third. 1-0 remains our score, 48 minutes into action, 8 minutes into the second half. Ball into the middle, Lamoureux able to get ahead on it, comes back near side to Ellingson. She dumps it off to midfield, where Gabriella Grust is dispossessed. Good defense here by Layla Houston, who then just dribbles that out of play. Torrey Pines with a throw-in on the midfield near sideline. Lily Ellingson sets this one up. Looking down the left touch line. A heave on the throw-in, and it comes to Ryan Cole, who boots it out of play. Throw-in now right where the flank begins down the left sideline in the attacking third for Torrey Pines. Ellingson once again teeing it up, looking down that touchline, now looking at midfield. She's going to try and force it to Ella Emery. Emery able to get possession, looking outside the arc. Lamoureux, though, dispossesses her, kicks it up into possession of Reagan Yeager. Yeager keeping it here to Lamoureux on the right touchline. Lamoureux brings it back to Cole, who just jacks one off the right hip and out of play of Ella Schneider for La Costa Canyon throw-in. 1-0 remains our score into the 50th minute of action here on our Prep Insider CIF San Diego section Girls Open Division Soccer Championship. The boys you heard earlier today, Cathedral Catholic down San Pasquale in that one. Defensive third is where possession is maintained by Dehan. She throws it up the left touch line, but it's taken away here by Casey White and the Torrey Pines defense at midfield. Now Schneider loses it for Torrey Pines, gets it back. It comes away at midfield in the middle third to Schneider, who loses it. Ryan Cole with a good steal at midfield. She's dispossessed by Gabriella Grust, but she draws a whistle, and they're going to call it on Ryan Cole. And the La Costa fans continuing to let these officials hear it on the near side. Into the 50th minute of action here. The 14th minute goal by Peyton Gailey was the only goal we've seen here today so far. La Costa leads 1-0. At midfield, it's Carly Reeves ready to boot it away. Looking into the penalty box. Here comes the fly. Ball's batted around into the right wing, and it'll go out of play. And it's off of the Mavs. So a corner kick awarded here to the Falcons. A prime spot to try and get back into this one with 30 or so minutes remaining. They trail 1-0. Carly Berry on the corner, to the far side corner. And the stands continuing to let these athletes feel the energy exude onto the field. 350 on the near side, 350 strong on the far side. How good does it feel to have 800 fans in the stands in the postseason? On the corner, Garrity got a hand on it. It comes off to Ella Emery, and she kicks it out of play. She had a good opportunity, couldn't hold it on the heavy touch, and that was a fortunate stop here for La Costa. Garrity, that was a great cross too, just wide of the goal to the left. Garrity dumps it off to Dehan. Up the middle, now right side Cole. Little through pass. Down the right side, looking for Yeager, forces Ella Schneider to just kick it out of play. Quickly throwing in his Lamoureux, looking for Yeager down the right touchline. Yeager, though, loses it in the right wing. Is taken away by Lily Ellingson. Jordan Lamoureux contests her, but the ball crosses the goal line out of play. A goal kick awarded here to the Falcons after a good-looking opportunity by Yeager and Lamoureux. Barry with the through pass down the left touchline, looking for O'Coin. The leading scorer for Torrey Pines has been neutralized here by the La Costa defense up to this point. Ryan Cole, though, turns her over. O'Coin gets a foot on it again, but kicks it out of play. A midfield throw in here for the Mavs will take place. Ryan Cole striding out to juice this one in. Reminder that we have 2 Division II championship matchups tomorrow. Valhalla, the boys and the girls team, making it to the championship. Westview in the girls game is who they'll take on. In the boys game, it's San Dieguito Academy. 4:30 for the boys game, 7:30 for the girls game. Both games here on Prep Insider from Eastlake. On the throw-in, a clear out by Torrey Pines gives the Mavs another opportunity to throw, this time in the attacking third. Ryan Cole will look to go into the box where she has a stacked group of green jerseys awaiting. Cole looking for Lamoureux, it looks like, in the right corner, and just punches it in to Yeager. Yeager, inside position, tried to find Gailey back out above the arc, but it goes wry. Chasing it down is Ella Emery, who gets slide tackled quite effectively by Dehan. And then a throw in here by Torrey Pines, but it was supposed to be awarded to La Costa Canyon. And so LCC will get the ball back here at midfield. You hear the fans making noise. It's because the officials didn't call off the throw-in by Torrey Pines when it should have been a La Costa player throwing it in. So Ryan Cole here at midfield, down the right touchline to throw it in the 54th minute. Her team up 1-0. And it's off of La Costa Cannon on the throw, and Ryan Yeager got dispossessed and then just booted it out of play. Reeves to tee up the throw in here. Finds Pham. Pham, though, with a heavy touch, can't control it. Comes off to Courtney Hilliard. Hilliard, though, too much contact on the possession. And a free kick is awarded to Torrey Pines. Clock continuing to tick on now into the 55th minute. 1-0 ball game. Costa Canyon trying to complete the hat trick against Torrey Pines this season. They took 2 regular season matchups. Only 2 regular season Coastal League matchups lost by Torrey Pines this season. Through ball. Finds Garrity in goal, and she's able to grab it, no problem. A pro in goal is Jenna Garrity. Goes to Ryan Cole. Down the right touchline, a nice through ball. Yeager turning on the Jets. Down the right wing, she catches up to it. Floats it into the middle, but Shayna Ross dives out of goal to make the grab. A great through ball down the right touchline into the right flank. And how about Reagan Yeager? I don't know if she gets that athleticism from her father, Ryan Mayer, though. I'll have to ask him. He's more known as a coach than a player. At midfield, Torrey Pines has it. It's Emery. She loses it, though. No, she doesn't. She gets it. A through pass, though, from Carolina Nelson, intended for a coin, is cut out by Garrity. On the goal kick, it's taken by Kate Campbell, who just came in for Torrey Pines, but her pass goes out of play. And to throw in here in the defensive third for La Costa Canyon. 24 minutes to go. 1-0. La Costa leads. Looking for their first Open Division championship in quite a few years. On the throw-in, though, it eludes Reagan Yeager out of play, and so a throw in here for Torrey Pines at midfield. Ellingson at midfield. Dumps it off to Schneider, who just brings it back for possession. Now Ellie Davidson at midfield, through pass up to Pham, and her touch is too heavy. But then a miscommunication here in the backfield, turns it over in the attacking third to O'Coin. Her through pass taken by Pham on the right touchline, but she's dispossessed. Here comes La Costa Cannon on the left touchline now at midfield. It's a counter-strike opportunity. Through pass for Lamoureux is too heavy, though. Campbell heads it away here for Torrey Pines. They'll toe tap it into the goal post for Shayna Ross, but whistles blow now over at midfield. Not sure what caused the whistle, but action is stopped here as we hit the 57th minute of the second half. La Costa Canyon leads 1-0. And I'm not sure why the official blew the whistle, but now he jogs all the way from the 40-yard mark to the goal penalty box. So now a kick here for Shayna Ross as the La Costa Canyon fans make some music with their feet in the stands. Here on the near side, a through ball to Ellinghouse goes Rye out of play. She couldn't catch up to it, and Ryan Cole will track this one down for a throw-in for the Mavericks at midfield. What a beautiful evening with fans in the stands and high-quality high school sports on display here at Mission Bay. Never thought we would get here, and yet feel so grateful that we did regardless. On the throw, and Gailey can't contain it here for the Mavs. It falls to Ellingson. Her header is at midfield. Little toe tap looking for O'Coin, though, is broken up by Dehan. She just clears it back to the defensive third. Chasing it down is Carly Berry. She kicks it out of play, though. And La Costa Canyon gets a favorable position on the throw and attacking third on the left flank. Here are the Torrey Pines fans. Oh, we're about to get a cheer off, folks. Here it comes. We missed this on the throw-in into the middle. Ball bounces around. Law Moreau is there. She tips it back out on possession to Houston. Houston into the middle of the box where Shayna Ross awaits to gather possession here for Torrey Pines. 1-0 into the 59th minute of action. Through pass goes off the head of La Moreau. She gets it back in the attacking third. High arcing through pass off the head of Barry. La Moreau, though, tries to keep it in place. She can. It goes off of her head at midfield, and a Torrey Pines throw-in is where we are. Looking for Emery. She can't get to it. Clear out now on the far side. Yeager is there, deep in the penalty area. She crosses it, but it goes off the side of the goalpost and out of play. She has some insane speed down that right touchline. And a goal kick here for Shayna Ross. Ross with just a little tapper down the left side to Carly Berry. Berry with plenty of space in front of her. She exits the defensive third into the mid-third. She's contested by Yeager, and Yeager forces her to throw it out of play, and then quickly, La Moreau's throw-in goes deep into the box for Gailey. Gailey kicks it off of Ella Schneider and out of play for La Costa corner. Heads up play by Peyton Gailey. Just comes flying in out of the left side of the box to the right side. Gives herself an opportunity here on the corner kick, herself and her team. Annie Dehan on the corner kick. Near sideline. Her team up 1-0 into the 61st minute. Try and pad this lead. Light corner into the middle. The header is through by Caitlin Fairley. Are you kidding me? A picture-perfect corner. A picture-perfect header. And La Costa Canyon takes a 2-0 lead here in the Open Division Championship. What a cross as the fans celebrate here on the near side. That was fundamental soccer at its finest, folks. Torrey Pines, after the goal, the placement at midfield goes errant. Tracked down here by Dehan on the left side. She gets pushed out of play. And it's off of Torrey Pines, so La Costa will get a throw-in on the defensive third. Unbelievable. Throw-in immediately goes out of play here. Now they're sorting out the substitutions along the far sideline. 2-0 our score, 61-04 is where we stop. Actually, we might have had an injured Falcon on the far sideline. As we get back to the action here, it'll be a Costa Canyon throw-in at midfield along the left touch line. All the momentum riding the way of the Mavs right now. High throw-in, and the attacking third is headed by Barry. Free ball comes out to O'Coin. In the attacking third, and then out of nowhere, Emery just jacks one, and it's through the uprights for an extra point. Too bad that's not the right sport. And the score remains 2-0. They should put her in as kicker, though, at Torrey Pines. They missed a lot of field goals at Torrey Pines this year. Give Ella Emery an opportunity next year. Head coach Ron Gladnick, I'm going to call you tomorrow. I have a new player to be place kicker for the Falcons. All right, out of the goal kick, Garrity. At midfield, it's controlled by Torrey Pines. Emery. A through ball up the middle is cut off. And the Mavs get it back. Momentarily here down the left touch line, the ball is kicked out of play off of La Costa Canyon and Avery Nicholas. A throw in at the middle third here for Torrey Pines. Looking in the attacking third. Barry, a heaving throw, is taken by the Mavs in the defensive third. Comes off to Barry and cleared ever so swiftly by Cole. Now at midfield, Torrey Pines in possession. Sense of urgency now as we hit the 63rd minute. They trail 2-0. Nice dispossession here by Courtney Hilliard. Gives the Mavs back the ball in the mid. And she gets absolutely taken out by Carly Reeves. And Hilliard, a little slow to get up. Reeves is booked with a yellow card. Second one we've seen here today for Torrey Pines. Lucy Martin also has a yellow card. That came in the 47th minute for La Costa. 2-0 is where we stand in the 63rd minute. And Casey Tehan back to kick this one away. Layla Houston will come back out. So will Cece Egan. Ryan Yeager coming back in here for La Costa Canyon. 2-0 the score. Free kick here. Outside the arc, taken by Yeager. Cleared into the middle, Lamoureux. She's dispossessed. Ball comes near side to Gailey. Gailey, cross. And a great job to get into the way of that was Ellie Davidson. As now here comes Emery on the counter. Ella Emery at midfield. She's dispossessed by Hilliard beautifully. Great job on the chase down and the tackle by Courtney Hilliard. Her through pass, though, is taken away by Pham. Ball bounces off of Hilliard back to Emery at midfield. Too heavy of a touch as Dehan clears it down the right touch line and well out of play for a Torrey Pines throw-in. 2-0, 64th minute of action. And the Falcons get a throw-in on their defensive third. Barry looking down the left touch line. 50-50 ball is thrown up. Off the head of Gailey. And she's dispossessed, but the ball goes out of play for a Mavericks throw, and Ryan Cole the throw. Here in the attacking third, down the right touch line, just shy of where the arch starts. Little dribbler into Ryan Yeager's possession in the penalty area, comes back out. Taken here by Cole. 50-50 ball. Comes back out towards midfield. Layla Houston fighting for it. And an overstep here as Houston was taken down by Carolina Nelson. A little bit of chippiness here in the championship on both sides. And Ryan Cole on the set piece here towards midfield. along the right touch line. The box is loaded up for the long cross. 64th minute, about to close out here in the second half. Nice little cross into the depths of the penalty area. Ball is batted around. Lamoureux thought she had it. She lost it, and it's cleared here by Torrey Pines out of play for a La Costa throw-in back at midfield on the left touch line this time. 15 minutes remaining. 2-0 our score. Torrey Pines, they haven't been playing with a sense of urgency up to this point. They better start because time is becoming a factor. On the throw-in, Fairley trying to tack it down deep in the left corner, and she forces Pham to kick it out of play. So a favorable throw-in. This is where the last throw-in, or the first throw-in, that set up a really good opportunity for La Costa Canyon came. On the far side, just to the right of the corner kick. On the throw, into the middle. It's a lob. Looking for Hilliard. It's batted away by Pham. Back into the corner. She collides with Fairley. And the ball goes out of play. Both players are okay, though. And another throw in here for the Mavericks in the same spot. Attacking third. Offset of that penalty box. This time, looking for Gailey. It's broken up. Through pass looking for O'Coin. It's cleared out here by La Costa into the penalty box. Looking for Lamoureux. And then just a heavy touch back into the penalty area. It's no problem for Shanna Ross for Torrey Pines. 2-0 into the 67th minute. Late into the evening on a Friday night here at Mission Bay. And then over the top, Casey Dehan got tallied with a foul for La Costa Canyon. Free kick here. Taken by Torrey Pines into the right wing. Emery meets a wall by Dehan down deep into the penalty box, and it goes off of the Mavericks for a Torrey Pines corner. Big opportunity here for the Falcons, trailing 2-0 into the 67th minute to try and corral some momentum here on the corner kick. Line drive, headered out here. Falls into possession of Nelson, who can't get it cleanly, and Cole clears it away here. Now Nicholas tracks it down. She loses it. Good job by Lily Ellingson for Torrey Pines to dispossess here. Now Yeager with an opportunity, and she gets wrapped up at midfield. A free kick here for La Costa Canyon comes in the mid-third. Quickly now on the move. The ball goes up to Gailey on the left flank, down the left touch line. And the ball is kicked off of her out of play. Torrey Pines will get the throw in the defensive third. Good job by Ellingson. Lily Ellingson playing right defensive back here today to force the turnover in the defensive third. Carly Berry to throw in here. Down the right touchline, looking at midfield. Hilliard with the header for La Costa Canyon on the initial touch. It comes back to her. She centers it into the middle, but it's too deep as the ball just dribbles back into the penalty box, awaiting Shanna Ross. Ross now with it. Ready to clear this thing out. And she does. High clear out. Lamoureux is there. Gets the initial touch. It's a heavy touch, though, on the near side by Gailey. She gets it back, but Lamoureux with a slide tackle gets whistled for a foul after trying to dispossess Lily Ellingson. And that'll be a Torrey Pines free kick here back at midfield. Ella Schneider, one of the captains here, one of the four captains. Such great leadership on Torrey Pines on the free kick. 69th minute, 2-0, La Costa leads. Torrey Pines trying to force the issue with a mountain to climb. O'Coin with an opportunity in goal. She lobs it on the heavy touch. It's taken out by Dehan and cleared down the left touchline. Torrey Pines gets it back. Ellingson just jacks one into the corner. Emery is racing to it. She saves it from going out of play. A perfect cross opportunity, but the offsides flag is up, and Emery was offsides. when that cross was made, so it is a turnover here, and the Mavs get it back. Fortunate because Ella Emery was in a perfect spot to cross that one in the left pocket. 2-0 our score, 70th minute of action. Costa gets it on the free kick, but it goes off the head and retained here by Torrey Pines on the far side. Ellingson, though, can't keep it in play at midfield. And Costa gets the throw in. Reminder, tomorrow we have 2 more championship broadcasts for you from Eastlake. Valhalla, both the boys and the girls team, making the Division II championships. The girls game at 7:30 against Westview. The boys game at 4:30, the early slot versus San Dieguito. Each broadcast can be heard here on the Prep Insiders stream. Sub coming in, Caitlin Rohr, as Avery Nicholas will take a seat. And Rohr met by a roar from the crowd as she will jog out there to her midfield mark. 71st minute of action, throwing here for Torrey Pines. Goes into the defensive third, booted out to midfield where Lamoureux got a head on it. Now down the right touchline, a through pass into the attacking third for Torrey Pines. Brings Garrity out to the edge of the penalty box, but she's able to field that ground ball without much doing for Torrey Pines. Garrity with a clear out to midfield. The initial tap by Carolina Nelson comes off to Torrey Pines. Now Carly Reeves with it, dumping it right touchline, but a great job by Caitlin Fairley to step in with the tackle. She gives it back, though, on the through pass. Now right corner, cross coming through. Hilliard gets a foot on it. Now bodies just spilling everywhere as the ball comes back out across the arch. Torrey Pines still on the break here. In possession is Ella Schneider. Back into the right corner. Cross coming in, but well out of play. Heavy off the foot of Lely Ellingson. And LaCosta gets the goal kick. 72nd minute of action in a match that has flown by. 14th minute goal. 52nd minute goal. LaCosta Cannon has a 2-0 lead. Goal kick here. Brings an opportunity to Yeager. In the attacking third. Dumped it to Lamoureux on the right flank. Through pass gets it back to Lamoureux and a cross opportunity. Tries to bring it back. But some really good defense here by Carly Berry. Dispossesses her. And now a scrum in the right corner. And Berry will just boot it out of play wisely for LaCosta Canyon throw in here in the attacking third. Ryan Cole to throw it in. She goes into the middle to Hilliard. Back to Cole. Cole with a great crossing opportunity. She does. But it goes into the hands of Shanna Ross in goal. Ross now with a quick throw in. Right touch line. Looking for Ellingson. And now a long ball towards midfield. Goes out of play off of Torrey Pines. So the Mavs get the throw in here. 7 minutes to go until that elusive Open Division Championship is crowned between these two phenomenal rivals. Last night, Torrey Pines won the basketball game on senior night. I believe they're playing right now, actually, up at La Costa. So the Mavs trying to hold up their end of the bargain here in the rivalry. Torrey Pines, though, trying to find a miraculous comeback here in the final 6.5 minutes, trailing 2-0. Ball in the middle third. It's a throw in for Torrey Pines. Ellingson. A little dribbler finds Carly Reeves, but she's dispossessed. Ball goes out of play. Good defense by Fairley. Another throw in here for Ellingson. Looking for Reeves. 50-50 ball comes off to the Mavericks on the left touch line. Yeager now at midfield. And she gets run over. No whistles blown. Apparently it was a clean tackle here for Torrey Pines. Now in the right pocket, the ball goes. And it's kicked out of play by the Costa defense. Far side throw in for Torrey Pines. They are moving quickly now. Time becoming a factor. 5.5 to play. They trail 2-0. Barry, high throw into the box. Looking for Emery. Bodied out by LaCosta. Lamoureux gets it in the defensive third. She takes it to the right touchline. Through pass. Looking for Yeager. finds her, but a heavy touch comes off the foot of Ella Schneider now to play. So a fortunate bounce off of Schneider's foot, and La Costa Canyon gets a throw in here at midfield. Not closer to midfield, more towards the attacking third. 75th minute of action. And La Costa taking their time. Ryan Cole just cradling that ball. There's no reason to throw it in until you have to, right? At this point, that's the game of soccer's chess. And once you have checkmate, once you have check, there's no reason to try and overdo the issue here. Long cross, though, goes well over the head of everybody. Layla Houston made a valiant effort for it in the corner, but goes out of play. Torrey Pines on the throw in the defensive third. Nice little dribbler down the right touch line. Goes off of Ellingson. No. Yeah, it is. So a throw in here for La Costa Canyon. And the Mavs keeping possession in the attacking third. Trying to keep Torrey Pines on the heels defensively. Throwing comes Aaron. Barry clears it out to midfield. Taken by Emery. Trying to beat the fleet-footed Ryan Cole. And she does. Now Carly Reeves, who loses it out of play, gives back La Costa possession. Good-looking opportunity. And actually, nope, it's off of La Costa. It's Torrey Pines on the throw, and attacking third. Finds Emery on the left block. She tries to lob it in with a lefty kick, but it goes off the hip of Ryan Cole and out of play. How about that? How about a righty trying with the lefty shot? Not easy. Perhaps trying to cultivate the ambidextrous mindset here. 3.5 to go. 2-0, Torrey Pines with the cross. Looking for a spectacular comeback here in the Open Division Championship versus their North Coast Conference rival. And now we'll get a sub here on the corner. Carly Berry out to kick the corner for Torrey Pines. Here we go. Boxes stack. It's a line drive into the middle. Garrity gets a hand on it. Ball comes away to Gailey. She kicks it out to Yeager on the left touchline, and La Costa able to clear it. Yeager took a spill, but she was dispossessed prior by Berry. Ball went out of play. La Costa Canyon gets a throw in. 2.5 to go until, a potential championship here. Don't want to jinx it. Crazy things happen, folks. Now, this is soccer, and it's very rare for teams, especially in high-octane talent like this, to get two back in 2.5, but you never know. Certainly don't want to count anybody out. And here an opportunity for Torrey Pines. Emery able to get a bit of a counter, but a good job by Dehan defensively. But she kicks it out of play. So in the attacking third comes Torrey Pines. A throw-in into the penalty box is what they'll be looking for. Ball falls into the hands of Carly Berry. On the throw, and she elevates it into the penalty box. Looking for O'Coin on the header, and it falls into the waiting arms of the keeper, Garrity. Into the 78th minute, we are in extra time here. And the La Costa fans on their feet for the final moments. La Moreau, touch pass to Gailey. And it just dribbles out of play after a heavy contest by Ellie Davidson. The fans are being so loud, I'm not sure if they'll hear the final whistle when it goes off. And we are getting word. It looks to be another minute or so of extra time by our main official, Ryan Cole. Out at midfield, throwing it in. Down the sideline, a header here for Ellingson. And the LCC chants begin here in extra time. Yeager brings it out right. La Moreau saves it. Little through pass up to Gailey. She has a goal here today. Trapped into the corner, tries to keep it, crosses it through, and it's broken up valiantly by Berry. Taken back by Cole. No, she can't catch up to it. And it's kicked out of play by Dehan. We are moments away from the championship getting called. It is about to get real loud here on the near side, folks. I can tell you that. Ellingson to throw it in at midfield for Torrey Pines in the waning moments of the 2021 soccer season. In a year that we didn't think we would have a breakaway here for Emory, but out of goal comes Garrity. She grabs it. And the goalie, who has done an impeccable job all postseason long, all year long, grabs another one to try and cap it off here. Lamoureux on the goal kick, headers it back. Pham is there for Torrey Pines. Taken here by Hilliard. Back to Lamoureux on the near side. It's dribbled out of play, though, off Torrey Pines and Lily Ellingson. We are still headed further into extra time here. LCC trying to tie a boat on this one. And there it is! The final whistle! And LCC is your girls soccer open division champions. The Mavericks embrace their head coach Ryan Morrissey in the middle third. And how good does it feel to be champions in the open division? Caitlin Fairley and Peyton Gailey got the jobs done for La Costa Canyon. They scored the 2 goals, but it was a phenomenal effort by a team that has played together all season long, and they stayed together and they won together. What an evening here from Mission Bay in the boys open division earlier tonight. You may have listened to Cathedral Catholic taking down San Pasqual in a shootout, and here in the nightcap of our doubleheader, an incredible championship win for La Costa Canyon as they take down Torrey Pines 2-0. Well, we are going to cut the live stream. Head over to the Prep Insider social media accounts as we will have the post-game interviews up for you in about 10 or 15 minutes. Christian Pedersen is down on the sidelines. He will interview both the Torrey Pines side and the La Costa Canyon side. But for everybody who made our broadcast possible, a special thanks to the Mission Bay folks for making sure I'm set up here. To all of our friends from Torrey Pines and La Costa Canyon inside the San Diego section office at Prep Insider, and to all of you, our wonderful listeners, my name is Jonathan Rifkin signing off. Have a wonderful rest of your Friday evening. Once again, the final from Mission Bay, La Costa Canyon 2, Torrey Pines 0, and the Mavericks are your Girls Open Division champions. We'll be back from East Lake tomorrow for the Division II Championship. Valhalla taking on San Diego at 4:30. And in the nightcap, Valhalla taking on Westview. Until then, Jonathan Rifkin signing off, saying so long. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night. For everybody here at Mission Bay.